Okay, this is part one of the MTE method. So the MTE method is mindset, tactics, and execution. It all works together. But the only diet that's going to work is the one that you're willing to do. But we so often jump into, how do I do the next diet? But we forget that we need a mindset and we need to execute in order for us to actually be successful. So it all works together. And what I see all of the time is this big mistake that people focus so hard on how to do a diet. Oh my God, I just heard this on Good Morning America, and then Kim Kardashian just lost all of this weight. So I'm going to do the keto diet. And they're like, okay, so how do I do it? And then they Google, and then they go into the groups, and then they see all this information, and then they get overwhelmed, and then they don't do anything. And instead of focusing on how to do the diet, we have to establish something way before that. Two things. One is why we are doing this diet, and who do we need to become in order to actually be successful? Because the only diet that's going to work is the one that you're willing to do, not the one that Kim Kardashian and Sarah Jessica and all the keto Karens in the groups are doing, okay? Because you don't see on social media the struggles and the yo-yo dieting and the emotions and the powering through and whatnot. My question for you is, do you want to be a perfect dieter, or do you want to become a person that is healthy, happy, and hot because you have good, consistent habits established? Doesn't that sound like a lot less pressure? So before we dive into like how we do the diet, I'm going to talk about that in the next video. We need to talk about why. What motivates you to make changes? Why are you listening to this video? Why do you need to make changes? And what are the consequences if you don't make those changes? If you don't answer these questions, you're not going to have a future for success because you haven't painted it yet, because you don't have an idea of what that actually looks like. It's just, how do we do a diet? Like, what are my macros? Blah, 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 blah. But like, at the end of the day, in order to create long-term success, we have to make good short-term decisions. And if you're not making good short-term decisions, we need to figure out why and who you need to become in order to actually make good short-term decisions. So why are you here? What are you doing? Why do you need to make changes? And if you don't, what is your life going to look like in the next 30, 60, 90 days, a year from now, if you continue to do the same things over and over again, expecting a different result, which is the definition of insanity. So let's stop the insanity and start working on our mindset and really establishing this first, because a goal without a why is just an idea. So once we establish the why, then we need to establish who you need to become in order for you to actually be successful. Who is this person that achieves the goal? Does this person have discipline, drive, determination, stops making excuses? Do they take control of their eating habits and prioritize themselves and their health because they know that by not prioritizing themselves is actually going to impact everybody else? And how fair is that to everybody else, right? Ultimately, you have to decide who you need to become and what that actually looks like from a day-to-day perspective, because the person that you are right now is what you're becoming. So if you're doing the exact same things over and over and over again, expecting different results, but thinking about, okay, I know I should make changes, and you're shoulding all over yourself, I should make changes, I should go to the gym, I should eat better, I should move more, then we need to figure out who this person actually is and what success actually looks like. And it's custom to you, right? It's very easy for us to like look in the keto groups and look online, and this person did this and I'm frustrated, or my husband sneezed and lost a whole bunch of weight. But at the end of the day, your success is fully dependent on you. The meal plan's not going to save you. The pills and products and shortcuts, actually, ultimately, they make you take the longest route. And I want you to be healthy, and I want you to be happy, and I want you to develop habits and mindset and be a better version of yourself, not be a perfect keto dieter. So who do you need to become, and why do you need to become it? Let's establish that. So in the comments below, I would love to hear your why. Type the why in the comments and let's support each other. Like, let's cheer each other on. Let's get this clear and concise and written. The people that do this are the ones that actually have the driving force, are the ones that have the GPS coordinates for the long term, because in the short term, you can make decisions in alignment with that person, with your why, with your who you're becoming, and you started to really develop this person of no longer and stepping into the future. Okay? So type in the comments below. I would love to hear your feedback. Why you're here and why do you need to make changes and what happens if you don't. All right, I'll see you on the next video.